my channel. I know that it's been maybe like about a month since I posted. I feel like a lot of you guys who know me will actually know that I get sick a lot. So also, I hope that you guys can hear me really well. I'm using my microphone, and I guess today's episode I just kind of like wanted to catch you guys up, mainly because so much has been going on in my personal life, and then as well as like, I've been doing this like quote unquote series about like fitness and everything, and I haven't really been vlogging a lot. One, I get really nervous doing that at the gym. I don't know why. Like, it doesn't matter. I see other people do it. They're a lot younger than me though, but I still get a little bit self-conscious. And that's something that I'm trying to work on this year, which is why I'm trying to push myself to be more consistent with the YouTube content and being in front of camera, because let's just be honest, I don't really like being in front of the camera. I judge myself a lot, and I feel like we're all our biggest critics. I've been saying that a lot, especially to Michael, because he notices how much I judge myself, and that's something that I'm trying to work on. But yeah, just to catch you guys up, I've been buckling down more into so I've been like meal prepping. I've been tracking my meals, and I think this has been like the first like official week since I've been doing that. Well, not doing it, but Michael has started to kind of change my calorie intake. So Michael's been calculating my, again, I've said this before, I feel like I'm cheating, but Michael has been calculating my calorie intake, and then he will modify, how much protein, how much carbs, and how much fat I take within a day. And then we've been implementing cardio at the end of our sessions. So he'll tell me, this week, each time we do cardio, I want you to go ahead and, burn off 150 calories, which if you're not doing cardio already, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's just nice to be able to put yourself through it and then get through the first session, and then you know that you can go and do it again the next day. And we did it 3 days consecutively this week, and today was the 4th day. We had a arm and shoulder day, and we finished it off with cardio. Mind you, he does 250 calories, and I'm just doing 150 right now. And I just see him dripping in sweat, and how much he's like hyperventilating at the end of it. And I'm already struggling with 150, but I'm just glad that I'm getting there. But yeah, so within the first official week of me, modifying my carbs and, my fats and my protein, I've lost about 7 pounds, which is pretty crazy because my like goal for the month was to lose 5 pounds. And like, I've even been tracking it a little bit more. So I don't know how you guys go about tracking like your fitness progress, but you guys notice, especially from like one of the first videos I posted, was like a bullet journal video. I got this planner from Aldi, and it's like a wellness planner, and it's pretty dope because I like to just write things down. I'm just the type of person who has to visually see it and like write things down, or I forget stuff, and I'm just that person. And I use MyFitnessPal. Now, it's not like the most accurate thing, but it does help me in terms of giving me some perspective when it comes to tracking all that stuff, because I've never done that before, so like that's all new to me. But yeah, I weighed myself. So I don't know what I weighed the last time I posted a video, but I weighed between 174 to 176, and I've been a little bit like self-conscious again about like my weight and all of that. And but at the same time, like, I focus on how my body looks and how I feel. And I've been seeing like the growth in my arms, especially. Like, bro, like, I've never been an arm person, but when I see the growth and how toned my arms are becoming, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I become such a bro at the gym. Like, I get pretty competitive. I have this like alter ego where I just want to be like strong. And so like, whenever I see, when you're at the gym, and it's weird, it's different for like, I'm sure it happens for everybody, but like, there's always somebody like that gives you that side look. They're like watching you work out, right? I'm doing curls or whatever the case, which, like I said before, I couldn't do 5-pound dumbbell curls, and on my best day, I can probably do 25 pounds. And that's a big jump for me, just because in the 2 years that I've been consistently building this fitness lifestyle, where I've been, being consistent with my working out progress, but like, not as consistent with food, and now how I'm implementing that because, you know, I want to get fit. I want to be, you know, my best self. That's just one of my biggest goals. I lost about 7 pounds, 7.2 pounds if you want to be specific. I weighed 174.6, and then now I weighed myself this morning and I weigh 167.6. So I feel like that's pretty dramatic, pretty drastic change, but I haven't seen, like, I don't know if you guys see it, but I see it because I live with myself every day. I wake up to myself every day. But I've seen like how my face is kind of started to slim down. My stomach, I'm not like flat. That's kind of like a goal, and I'm pretty sure it's a goal for everybody. But like I, at the end of the day, want to have abs. You know, that's just the goal that I'm trying to work for. And you know, I have like a little pooch, but I've seen it kind of slim down too, which is really nice. And it makes me feel good about myself, and it just makes it seem like everything's worth it. So I've been like kind of sticking to it. So that's my update as far as like my fitness. And then as of, what day is today? Today is, recording this on a Saturday, but this is gonna go out on Wednesdays because I'm going to commit to Wednesdays being my YouTube video like days of the week. And so one thing that I've been working on the past like month or so were, again, I'm my worst critic, and I tried to make everything perfect before I launched it. Like I was really, really nitpicky about everything. Like, so I was in the works of doing a podcast and I wanted to be very specific about the logo, and I had like several logos made, and just because I'm not that tech savvy, like I'm artsy, but I'm not tech savvy. Like I don't know how to do art like that on computers. So I had a couple of people do some logos for me, and you know, I was just like, the first one I was like, it's all right, but it's not what I like. It didn't sit right, you know. It didn't feel like it was the one. So I had it down like a couple of times, and then finally found that, and then I had to do the whole intro, and boy did I record that so many times. And I was starting to get in my head, like I was like, I can't get it right, like it's just not gonna work out. And you know, I always talk about like my boyfriend and whatnot. But like it's just so nice when you have a support system, because like he was like, yo, if you're not in the right headspace, like just take a break and just come back to it, you know. And he was very, I guess, critical. Like he was very critical in like the development of my intro and outro, because he gave me honest feedback, which is something that I always feel like I need. You know, I'm the kind of person that sometimes needs like validation. Not that I can't validate myself, but sometimes you want that outside perspective, right? On like, what are your thoughts? What can I improve on? Because I'm always looking to improve. And so my podcast launched on Thursday, which I've been pretty excited about. My first episode came out, and it was pretty awesome. And you know, a lot of you guys reached out to me and said like, oh my god, it's so good, like I can't wait for the next one. And I'm pretty excited about keeping that going as well. I finally got on Spotify, which is what I use for music. I don't know about you guys. I don't like using it. It's not that I don't like using it, but I just don't use like Apple Music. I don't have any music on my phone. I just use Spotify, and I listen to podcasts on like Apple Podcasts sometimes. So I'm waiting to get on that pretty soon. You know, I've been a little bit more consistent with my blog. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave all my my podcast, my blog. Obviously, you guys know my YouTube, my social media if you guys want to follow me. But definitely give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any questions or if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment below. I want to get more in touch with you guys. I want to, you know, build more consistency on this. And I've said it before, I'm not the best, but I'm trying to get there, and that's part of like growth. The whole concept of my podcast alone is growth, and I feel like that's something that has been kind of like my calling for the most part in the last year or so. So yeah, that's my update, and thank you guys for being here. I totally appreciate you guys coming by. So every Wednesday I'm going to start posting a new video, so keep an eye out for that. But as always, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.